Hello, 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 and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jameelah, and I am a master manifester, and so are you. If you are watching content like this, the name of this channel is Manifesting Magic with Dr. J, and I just like to talk about everything, and yeah, that's me, related to manifesting the life that you choose, right? Just being an active co-creator. Just being the kind of person that creates their days rather than let their days and their lives and their moments happen to them, right? You're creating what you want to see, right? So this is one of those videos that I've been wanting to make for a while, right? So I can have a much more extensive list, but I kind of brought the list down to a few people that I really enjoy watching on YouTube, right? And it's for various reasons. Because a lot of times people think that, you know, if you're into law of attraction, personal development and all that, you have to just like, I watch all law of attraction all day. Well, a lot of it is, you know, because I think law of attraction is happening whether people are saying the words law of attraction or not. You're still manifesting, you're still co-creating, and you're still attracting things in your life, whether they call it karma, whatever you want to call it. It's still the same process, right? So I listened to a few different things. I enjoy a few people. So I'm going to tell you one, this is in no specific order because I don't want to say, well, number one, it wasn't that. So the first thing on my list, it's not really a hierarchy at all. This is very much so a linear list, a horizontal list, not a vertical list. In a horizontal list that can start here or there or in the middle or here or here. So, but the first person I'm going to talk about today is Ralph Smart. I don't know if you've ever been exposed to his videos. The name of his channel is Infinite Waters, and he always called the people deep divers because his motto is that we're diving deep into who we are metaphysically and all that stuff, right? He's been on YouTube for about a decade, right? Half of his viewers started watching them when they were teenagers and now they're adults. So I think that's super cool. But Ralph Smart is a very entertaining law of attraction, metaphysical YouTuber, right? I like the way that he has these sayings that he does on every show. I even wear his t-shirt sometimes. He always says, feels so good to be alive. When I first came across him, my brother was already watching him, but when I first came across him, he was so positive and like, he was so clear and he was so bright and happy. And I was like, man, who is this guy? This guy's energy is like where, you know, his energy is right. And now, you know, I watch his videos all the time. A lot of them kind of sound the same, and it's all good because once you say this stuff a lot of videos will sound the same. It's just refreshing the ideas. He has really good videos on if you want to do a vegan diet. I'm not vegan, but he's always going, you know, go vegan for 7 days. That's one of his things, 7-day vegan challenge. And also just the being outdoors and making sure you're grounded. He's always encouraging people, get outside, get into Mother Nature, go breathe some fresh air, go look at some green leaves and walk in some grass, you know, because you need that more than what you know, right? And during all of this pandemic stuff, he's been very encouraging with people in their mental health and making sure that they're not letting what they see around them make them fall apart, right? So when you get a chance, Infinite Waters, diving deep, Ralph Smart, you're going to like him. If you don't, then well, you're just not going to like everybody somebody suggests, right? Anyway, nonetheless, another one is Londrell. So I realized that I'm gonna have to edit this video because I'm gonna need to put some words in here, right? And I'm gonna need to put some little pictures so you can see these people in their channels. Londrell, oh, I'm so happy I found his music. His music is amazing. I don't know if you're into like metaphysical law of attraction music, but I love the lyrics, everything, the beats. So if you like R&B or if you like spoken word, or if you like not even necessarily R&B or spoken word, it's like so many different instrumentations. It's beautiful. Some of it has singing bowls in it, some of it doesn't. And then some of it is just like things that sounds like a bop that you would listen to off the radio station. You're just like, man, everything in this song is positive. You know, raising your vibration. That's my favorite song. It's called Vibrate Higher. It's Londrell. You get a chance, go subscribe to that channel because he's amazing. You listen to his words. He even has one for waking up, doing affirmations, inhaling and exhaling, and doing yoga. It's great. I love it, right? So get a chance, go check out Londrell. Another one I'm into that I probably shared here before is Moji. I think the channel's called Mojiji, but you know, they call him Moji. He's a spiritual teacher. He's from Jamaica originally. I like talking about these people because I don't really get to share this. I kind of just watch it, keep it to myself, right? He's a spiritual teacher. And he has a really interesting backstory. So if he ever talks about himself, which is rare that he does, some people who know of him, they might watch Sadhguru. I like Sadhguru, and if you know who that is, he's popular. He's very, very popular. I like him in his teachings at school and all, but Moji kind of resonates with me on a much deeper level. And it's a really good teaching. And once you hear it, once you listen to the teaching some, you may not have to go back to it often, but just knowing that I have access to a person that's on that spiritual level is very, very endearing to me, because he's been around way longer than social media. And he tells a story of them forcing him to put his teachings on CDs. And the minute they forced him to put his teachings on CDs, they were forcing him to make YouTube videos. And he's just like, I don't want to do any of this. If they want the teachings, they need to come to Portugal, because that's where his ashram is. And they were like, well, Moji, everybody can't come to Portugal. And so now he says the audiences are much bigger, but it's still very few people that really get the teachings. And so it's really good to watch. And the people are always in the audience. They come up and they talk about different things in their lives. And I have not witnessed one time where his personal mindset of who he was, or aggravation or negativity, has come out when he was responding or talking to these people, never belittling or anything like that. And so I love me some Moji. And my brother was like, I can't watch too much Moji. Moji make me not want to fight. Maybe we don't need to fight. Maybe we don't need to fight. But it's really, really good. And one of my goals is to visit his ashram, especially after all this COVID stuff is out of the window. I mean, like, dude, move on already, COVID. And so that we're going to do that. And I'm going to do that. And so Moji is definitely a channel that I enjoy. It's one of my favorites, right? And this is another one. This is kind of off my beaten path. This is Latoya Okia. I love some Latoya Okia. She is amazing. Okay. She's not necessary. This is the thing. She comes from a very church background, and she comes from a background of being in the church. But at this point in her life, she's not religious. And she always says that I'm no longer religious. I'm a spiritual person. And she likes the Bible because the parables and the teachings in the Bible line up with her mindset. And it also lines up with lots of law of attraction. And I don't know if you knew Bob Proctor, who just recently passed away, but he's one of the big law of attraction speakers. And Bob Proctor always talked about the Bible to an extent and said that it was a very good reference book. So sometimes I share that with spiritual people in my environment, my law of attraction, metaphysical folks, and they're like, oh, the church, But I'm just like, you can't throw the whole, what they say, throw out the baby with the bathwater. There's some good and everything. But Latoya Okia, I wouldn't even say harps on the Christianity part. She gets it. Like you listen to some people and they get it, and their messages are on point. Their messages are not obscured. She's clear. If you don't mind a Southern twang, she has a real deep Georgia Southern twang, if you don't mind that. Because at first, the reason why I started listening to her, because I was like, this girl has a strong accent. And I kept listening, and I was like, wait, she knows she's talking about too. She's the real deal, right? She's raised kids by herself, single mother, divorced, 3 kids. And she's like, nothing stopped. She was like, if I had to do it by myself, I had to do it by myself. And she was like, people are waiting for somebody to rescue them, and it doesn't exist. You are only responsible for you. And those reminders, that insight, and from somebody who gets the real deal. I love Latoya Okia. And she's transformed since I've been watching her, and that's fun to see. Because she was like, she was working on her weight, and she was like, I was telling these people what they need to do with their lives. And I was like, I need to do something with myself. I need to eat better. I need to get in the gym. I need to exercise. And like, she did a complete glow up in the past 2 years, and it is beautiful to see. And so if you just like some warm and charming and interesting conversation, or someone to share something with you, Latoya Okia, that's another one. And one of my favorites too, I guess last but not least for now, is Tabitha Brown. Okay, because Tabitha Brown has the most beautiful smile I've ever seen in my entire life. She doesn't even have to try. It's like one of those mouths that open up and you just like, ding. And I'm like, how can a smile be that beautiful? And so sometimes I caught myself watching her videos because her smile was just like, ding. But more so, she's been on TV. She's been in different things. She's been on, she played a police officer on Will and Grace. She's been in movies and things like that. But she didn't really get her career off the ground. She moved to LA like 20 years ago. Her and her husband was a police officer. And he carried the family for the 20 years while she was auditioning and trying to make it in Hollywood or whatever. she had got into a depression in her last 5 years, because I'm assuming, because she's my age. So sometimes when you get up on that 40 years, you just like, oh, it didn't happen yet. It's never going to happen. And that's how life happens, right? And she said she had chronic headaches for like a year. And one day she decided, she was reading an article and she was looking at her YouTube channel, and she decided to go vegan, right? And she says, and when she started taking on a vegan diet, it was supposed to be temporary. Her headaches disappeared like in a month. And then she said, and after that, everything started feeling good. So for her, it was the vegan diet. Everything just went skyrocketed. In the process, she started using TikTok because her daughter was just like, you should share your recipes on TikTok, right? And so she started using TikTok and making those little shorts of all kind of little vegan foods that she would create and make during the day. And that's what got her noticed. It wasn't even what she was. That's what I'm saying. You never know where your opening to those things that you truly desire is going to come from in life. You can't count yourself out. And so from that, I found her on YouTube. And then she just really just blew up because she was a beautiful person who had so much talent and so much to offer, but it just wasn't her time yet. And let me tell you, it's fun and it's amazing to watch and see. It's a beautiful thing to see her. She did a video on retiring her husband. She doesn't have a negative thing to say about anybody. She's a beautiful spirit inside and out. She has some really funny catchphrases. Her recipes are really, really good and cool. She done cameos on different vegan shows, so you can also see that on YouTube. And if you're just looking for some more positive, happy, beautiful faces to follow, she's definitely one, Tabitha Brown. And I think she just came out with a book, so I might be listening to that on Audible soon. But I think I heard her story already, but I still may just get the book. So nonetheless, those are just my people, right? So if you have some people to share with me, because I'm always looking for more people to latch on to, or something to listen to, or somebody to positive information, somebody to subscribe to, someone to support, share that with me in the comments. I would love to know, right? Nonetheless, I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and smile, shine, be great, moment to moment. Every moment you have an opportunity to be great. It's like, how am I going to handle this? I'm going to be great. I drive a lot, drive my daughters to school. And my oldest is really picking up on that snappy driving thing. She's all like, what are they doing? I'm like, girl, you don't even drive yet. How you yelling at the cars in the road? She said, but who stops in the middle of the road? Come on now, move along, get to the side. I'm like, calm down. I don't even need to say nothing when she's in the car. I'm like, you're going to be something else driving. She says, oh, they better get out of my way. And I'm like, oh, please don't be one of them drivers. You'll learn really quickly, right? So yeah. In any moment when I'm driving, I think, okay, you can be great right now. You can get an attitude because they cut you off, or you can be great. You can choose to be great. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and life is good.